We are about an hour south of downtown Atlanta, Georgia, in the town of Hampton. It is the Atlanta Motor Speedway virtually here on the Captain Esports Network on a Friday night, post-Thanksgiving. Hopefully you've had a great time with your family and friends yesterday. If you're with them again throughout the weekend, hopefully you're enjoying your time with them. But tonight, it's all about doing some racing, some all-star racing, all parts of this inter-league race that you're going to see here in just moments as we welcome you into the, again, Virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway, as we are less than 3 minutes away from gridding up the cars and getting to racing here tonight on a Friday night, and the inter-league special here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I am the captain, Chris Scala, as we get you ready for, again, a great show, and we're looking forward to the fun coming up here in a few minutes. As right now about 25 or so cars from multiple series will go racing for 170 laps tonight, over 200 or just shy of, doing the math real quick, just shy of 250 miles around this 1.54 mile quad oval, and again just shy of Atlanta, Georgia, to the south and west. Members of the Blown Piston Racing League here tonight. Got members of members of Swift, it looks like, here tonight. And not sure of other leagues that might be here. At least I'm going off Discord right now. So if there's other league members from the different leagues here tonight, I don't see you in Discord. That's one reason why I'm going off of those two. But right now, Swift and Blown Piston, basically the two that are here this evening as they get ready to go racing around, again, this 1.54 mile racetrack. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I was wondering why the graphics were all messed up on my end. Now I figured it out. I'll fix that here later. But anyways, let's get ready to do some racing here. As qualifying going to wrap up in a minute. Right now, the pole sitter is actually Justin Gann in the 30 car. Right now is the pole sitter as they wrap up and go through their meeting right now of the driver meeting with admins. I believe Lauren Wise is going to be the admin this evening, as she always does a fantastic job putting this whole thing together, keeping it organized and keeping everybody straight. And if you don't believe me when I say keeping everybody straight, you ain't seen nothing yet, my friends. And give me 1 second here, and we'll go through the starting lineups and stuff. As Drift says hello, as always. One of my first to always say hello. You know, if you're still getting over your tryptophan high from yesterday, or if you're going through your leftovers today and all that good stuff, going to get ready again for some great racing here. There we go. Yeah, it looks right now. All right, starting lineup for the race this evening. Of course, they went out and ran 2 laps of qualifying. Justin Gann on the pole tonight. He'll start next to Andrew Mraz with a very interesting Haley Deegan paint scheme that we'll talk about. Kind of, I'm just not going to judge. Darren Clement and Corey Melton on row number 2. Colin Forrester and Jason Branch, row number 3. Row 4, and probably the coolest paint scheme I've seen all night. Jeffrey Goodpaster, we'll show that one off here in a little bit. And Crazy Tyler Duvall in row 4. Row 5, Casey Duncan, Kevin Dick, Jordan Berry, Anthony Keys. Row 6. Row 7, Andrew Moore, James Thorndike, Jesse Rathbun, and Drift going to start there. In row number 8 tonight, Rick Sousa, Scott Wise, row 9, Curtis Kelly, John Finley, row 10. Row 11, Larry Poling, and Avery Wilson, who did not have a good qualifying run. Not sure if he put a lap down. Bobby Anderson on one of the last rows, along with Anthony Hanley and Gary Wells. I believe Hanley is not racing tonight either, so we'll have 24 cars if I do the math when it's all said and done. Partly cloudy skies tonight. It is a I believe it is a fixed weather event, so that is what the weather will be the whole entire time on track. 82 degrees, track temp at 106. Again, could be wrong. I'll have to check on that. But relative humidity at 56% and winds from the north at 2 miles an hour. Let's talk my old good buddy here, Mr. Gann. He is kind of a multitasker tonight. Technically, I just moved to the wrong channel. Let me move him up here. That didn't go right. There we go. Let's get him up here with me. There we go. The one guy that actually has a chance to admit right now that no matter what happens in this race, he's a part of the winning league. And that's because he actually runs over in BPRL, but also runs the Swift League. So he's kind of a multitasker here. But Justin, you're the pole sitter tonight. Any pressure?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You see the drivers around me, so there's definitely a lot of talent here, and we'll see where this thing ends up. I typically end up in the wall during these events, so hopefully I can keep it clean this time.
I was going to say, tonight was no joke either. You went out there and practiced for some learning laps, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Got to get up front, stay out of trouble, hopefully.
How's the tire wear going to be tonight?
It's definitely gonna. You're definitely gonna feel the tire wear. I think it's gonna depend on everybody's setups and drive styles, but I think tires are definitely gonna play a factor versus the fuel.
All right. Well, good luck tonight, and all the best.
All right, appreciate it.
Hey, you too. Justin Gann about to lead him to the pole here. Let's get him down to his team. 170 laps again tonight, going to make up the race, which is just shy of 250 miles. About the 225 range to be exact. I don't have a calculator out, so I don't know the exact amount. But either way, it's going to be Justin Gann. Andrew Mraz going to lead him to the pole, or to the green flag here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's lack of hotness anymore because it's, well, full time, but we're racing. This track is very, very loose. At the start of this race, you're going to see a lot of people take it easy as you see Mraz go to the front. And the battle right away for the third spot there is the 32 of Darren Clement and Colin Forrester. Side by side, also the battle back there for fifth going on. You're going to see the traditional Atlanta line, which is, well, everywhere, basically. You might see some Harvicking. You might see cars up against the boards. You might see cars run the middle of the track. Wherever you can find clean air and be comfortable, that is the fastest way around the Atlanta Motor Speedway. As Andrew Mraz is gone. And he's in the wall. On lap 2, he smashes the wall. Now, Mraz running a special, I don't know if there's an inside joke to this, but it's a paint scheme of Haley Deegan, and I believe it's like a Instagram bathing suit photo or something of hers all over his car. Some kind of like maybe obsession paint scheme. I don't know exactly, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. Gann leads now. Clement, Forrester, Mraz still up to fourth. Wonder how that car's going to handle now. And now he's in the wall. He pushes the 10 up to the wall of Kevin Dick. I'm sure Kevin's not going to be happy about that move. They do have resets. But Kevin obviously with heavy damage to that 10 car. Probably not too thrilled right now. Appreciate everybody joining us here on this Friday evening. One of the rare Friday nights that actually broadcast anymore as we ride with James Thorndike. Of course, our cameras tonight presented by TrackCams 4 Gourmet. You can go online, trackcams22.com. Check them out on Facebook, also on the iRacing forums and more. Trackcams22.com as Jesse Rathbun there to the inside, the 98. Some cool-looking chrome cars out here I've noticed tonight, that 98 being one of them. Thorndike going to sit down on his door, make him have to get out of the gas, maybe. They're still leaning on each other as they come up on Kevin. Nice little pick there by Jesse. As Kevin is going backwards, unfortunately. As the top three have pulled away here, the battle on for fourth. As you see, Corey Melton has gone by. That low's number 75. There's the 2. Crazy Tyler Davala. Used to seeing him in the 7. But he is in the 2 tonight, and he's up there running in the 6th position behind him, Jason Branch. And I mentioned the coolest paint scheme of the night. That guy right there. A lot of chrome in that 33 card. I actually like it. That Monster Energy colors. He's got the champion of the BPRL right there on his outside, Anthony Keys. New number for him, the 7. Oh, Mraz holding her out sideways. Jordan Berry there in the 57 car. He's running the No Shave November, I believe that is what that paint is on the outside. Going to bring the 71 with him, a Curtis Kelly. And a kind of a throwback Haviland car. But Atlanta definitely producing some great racing here so far early. As Gann has led all 10 laps in this race. You see Melton able to hold off the battle from Jason Branch there. That's the 5th position. Appreciate everybody starting to join us here on the Captain Esports Network. Couple favors I ask. Number 1, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're not a new subscriber, we appreciate you coming back. Please tell your friends and family so we can continue the growing community that is the Captain Esports Network. And speaking of community, this week we announced a new partnership with the Celiac Disease Foundation out of California. And that is because I think this is a disease that needs awareness put out to it. It's my 2-year-old daughter, about to turn 3 here in December, unfortunately suffers from celiac, which is an autoimmune disease that affects your lower intestines, where gluten enters in and eats at the lower intestines. It is an unfortunate deal that affects a lot of people in this world. Some people don't know they have it. Some people are kind of hesitant to say anything because they're going to feel abnormal. We want them to know it's totally okay to share the word. And it's totally okay to have it and know that you can still live a normal life, as Andrew Mraz is hanging this thing on the edge. So if you'd like some more information, or if you'd like to potentially donate some money to the foundation, you can click in the race description page or the information on the bottom and check out the information there about the Celiac Disease Foundation and how you can help them out. As we all know somebody in our lives, as Curtis Kelly, I think, caught the wall off too, that is affected by this. Look at Avery Wilson coming up through the field, 9th position right now in that 1 car. These cars are all sideways now. The tires are pretty much gone at this point. I believe there is a limited selection of tires, 4 to be exact, 4 sets. Two quick repairs, 4 sets of tires tonight. And the winner of the race tonight will actually get a 1-year subscription for Black Friday sale through iRacing. So a pretty good incentive to win this race, I'd say. Up front, 2-car pull away with Gann leading Forster into 9. You got about, and I hear trouble on the track. 29 gets through as Casey Duncan is involved in 19. We have caution on the speedway. Gary Wells, the 19 car, looks like the 11 involved of Duncan, as I mentioned. Andrew Moore, one of the playoff contenders from last season's BPRL season, involved. And caution is out for the first time. A lot of damage on these cars. Let's go back and see where this transpired. Looks like the contact right in this area here. See Thorndike getting a little loose off the corner. KC goes to make the run to the inside. Now he's all oh boy. And it gets into the 77. Ends up on his lid to 19, gets out to 33, gets involved. Others go swerving around it. And I don't want to, I hope that didn't have to do with Casey's wheel. I know he talked to me before the race and he said he's had some wheel issues at times. So I'm not sure if something's going on there to where it made it look like he was swerving down the straightaway or whatever. But unfortunate deal there, bringing out the first caution as we got cars on pit road. A lot of people, I think, topping off the fuel here. All right, let's go back and look at this thing one more time. You know, the one thing, too, I will say also is the track itself with these tires. You know, you get some of these tracks, these high-speed tracks, when you get worn-out tires on them, the car will slide around a little bit. And I think what has happened here, too, is if it wasn't like a wheel issue for KC, obviously he had the 59 got loose right there in front of him. He might have made a reaction and the wheels kind of lost grip in that kind of situation, too, and could have caused the contact with the 77. So a lot of interesting issues there, unfortunately, happening. And I think you're going to see some cars on pit road, unfortunately, using an early reset here. But interesting strategy here from Jason Branch, who leads now over Scott Wise in that 31 car. Drift up to the 3rd position. And then you'll have the first cars on tires. Justin Gann, actually not tires, but topping off the fuel. I think the first on tires actually is going to be at number 9 car of Colin Forster. So let's talk a little bit about the Blown Piston Racing League. Of course, they have Casey's up there talking to Lauren right now. Of course, they race 2 nights a week, Friday and Sunday nights. Their truck series is going to be kicking off Friday night, the first week of January, I believe. And then Sunday nights, I believe they're bringing the next-gen cars, if I'm correct, to the Sunday night Clash series. That is an open setup series. Both leagues are very fun and entertaining. I believe 17 race schedules. with a full playoff system of 10 races, and you get 3 race first round, second round is 3 races, and of course the championship race, win and get in formats and stuff like that. So hit up Scott and Lauren Wise to get information about the BPRL, which of course races, as I said, Friday night Truck Series, Sunday night will be the Clash Series, and then coming up, if we get another break in the action, we'll talk a little bit about Swift and that fun series that if you're one who likes all horizons of racing, might be one for you too. Right now we're going to go back to the green flag here with the Navy Mustang of Jason Branch. Scott Wise on the inside there in the 31 will restart second. Here we go, Branch on the loud pedal. Actually, surprisingly, taking that outside line, considering... Oh, drifts heading to the grass. Product of old tires right there. Drift doing a smart move, keeping it down on the apron. Now a little pressure on that 14 car tonight, as he is actually a hometown driver. He's right down the road in Snellville, down the road from where I'm at here, which is roughly about an hour or so east of the Speedway. I was about to say before drift spun the tires, one of the disadvantages about that outside line here at Atlanta, it seems to be the place where restarts always turn bad for that line. But it worked out for Branch. Here comes the fresh tires, though, that 9. Four tires is going to feel like he had a drink of that Black Rifle coffee. Second lead change of the night, Colin Forrester at 9. And Avery Wilson down on the apron for some reason in the one car. He's got a lot of damage on the outside of that car. He's off the pace right now, not sure what has transpired. See that course of performance number 1. Let's see if I can find what transpired here. Yeah, of course I can. I might have it here. I think it happens over here in turn 1 potentially. Let's oh, never mind, we got trouble on the track. Let's jump back. And we got a pretty big one here. Andrew Mraz over into pit road as John Finley, the 71 of Curtis Kelly. Drift has got some damage. And Jason Branch also involved. Second caution is out. Trying to see potentially where this started. Looks like we might have had multiple incidents. Oh. Harry Wells gets damaged. Oh, you see the 57 gets tagged. I saw Thorndike go up into the wall. Melton gets a piece of it. Well, it looks like this wreck started a little ways back. Oh, Kelly gets right on the rear of Clement, gets him loose and in contact. Andrew Raz gets sent packing. There's where Finley clobbers the 71. And this turns into a big mess. So caution out for the second time. And I think you'll see a lot of people coming to pit road to get tires or damage fixed at least. Looks like Rick Sousa coming to pit road. Anthony Keys also. And a lot of cars with damage coming to pit road. Either top it off, get the reset, and move on. All right, so we talked about BPRL. Let's talk a little bit about Swift. Swift, obviously a league ran by Justin Gann, created, about 3 or 4 seasons ago now, I believe they're in. And I remember being a part of their first season. And a really fun league to be a part of. They run a mix of Monday night ARCA, Tuesday night trucks, Wednesday night Xfinity cars, and, of course, Thursday night the Cup Series races. And you work your way up the ladder and so on and so forth. And I believe they run a, if I remember correctly, a 13 race or 14 race schedule. I'll have to double check on that one. I believe they have 1 round of the playoffs and then, of course, the championship race afterwards. But you can definitely be a part of that league. I know they have some great broadcasters over there to help out. And, definitely, like I said, a fun league to be a part of. I know last time I raced over there was in an ARCA race last season and won, actually, surprisingly. I didn't know how that happened, but I did. But you can check out Swift on Facebook, also their online website, and more. So hit up Justin Gann if you have any questions about that league. If you're one that likes to race during the week on like a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday night, and you can be a part of that. All right, so Forrester continues to lead. Scott Wise second, who's still on the same set of tires he started the race with. Justin Gann, Tyler Davala, and Darren Clement, your top 5 as we come back to the green flag. And lap number 30 in the books. As Jeffrey Goodpaster coming to pit road, unscheduled stop for him as we come back to the green. Got to be careful to see who's on the fresh tires, who's not on fresh tires, because that's where the strategy comes into play here. And you're going to see cars moving up through the field, and you're going to see others falling back. Especially those who maybe even have a better long run setup in the car. As that 32, Clement getting real loose on the outside lane there is going to allow the 1 of Wilson, the 11 of Duncan. They're going to go by, and here comes the 71, also Curtis Kelly, as the 75 of Melton falling back a little bit. Ryman Clement up here in this high groove. Oh, he's up in the wall. And he's still in the wall. Gotta be careful not to get ran over. Melton goes by there in the 75. There goes the 7 of Keys. Going by both of them. How about a 2-for-1er? Of course, Atlanta Motor Speedway getting ready for the upgrading that it's been undergoing. Going to knock the banking up to 28 degrees, narrow the track up a little bit. And according to the track owners and stuff like that, they have said that iRacing did a lot of research and help to make this setup happen for the way this track is going to be built. I found intriguing. I personally wish they'd go back to the old format, but that's just me. So Tyler Duvall up to the 2nd position right now. Another car on fresh tires. And how about Casey Duncan? He was the first caution of the race. And he is now up in the 3rd position right now with Avery Wilson, who's had some drama already in the first 37 laps, up in the 4th spot. Matter of fact, the top 6 outside of Davala have all been involved in a wreck already and have used a reset and worked their way up. There's Thorndike going to work his way under Scott Wise. That is a battle for the 9th position against Scott on the oldest tires right now in the field, as he has yet to come to pit road for his first round of stops. Now, I do appreciate everybody watching here this evening on the Captain Esports Network. And get a big shout out to our cameras tonight with Track Cams 4 Gourmet. If you're looking for the closest thing you will find to real-life cameras on iRacing, you are watching them right now here on the Captain Esports Network, thanks to Track Cams 4 Gourmet for the hard work that they put in. Go back here in the 15th, 16th, 17th positions. There's Kevin Dick, who unfortunately had some issues earlier. John Finley going to make the pass on him in that 29 car. Cars right now on the lead lap, going 1 lap down. is the 33 of Goodpaster, who is back on track after the unscheduled pit stop. Check out the battle for third, Avery Wilson. And trying to dive it down to the bottom here, actually to about the middle groove. And you know, it's another realistic thing I do want to share about this track. Oh, he's up in the wall now, a little stripe there. The seams that you see, basically the little black lines between each part of the track. For those who don't know, like the technology of asphalt and stuff like that, obviously they use a paver to pave these tracks. Well, obviously the paver is only so wide and can only do a certain part of the track at one time. So the seams are actually the connection between each pavement line that the paver does. And eventually those seams become more apparent as the track wears out. And eventually as the track wears, you have to put some kind of a sealant to kind of help almost paste the track together, if you will. And it helps out. The problem is that sealant is very slick. And when you get those tires running over those seams, it'll cause the car to get loose. So sometimes you might notice in this race, a car goes to drive down the track like Avery did a second ago, and the back end kicked around a little bit. And that's because of these seams, actually, believe it or not, yes, it's a simulator, it's not even real life, does affect the car in this sim. Let's go back here with our pole sitter, Justin Gann, 30 car, running in the 12th position right now. Corey Melton there in front of him. Both them up here in this high groove. See the 29 of Finley going to try to get a run to that bottom side, but they'll get to run down the high side here with the draft. Justin running the, I believe it's Ayers iRacing paint. I'm not the best upside down reader, but I think that's what that says in front of me. Oh, look out. Corey up in the wall there in that 75. Well, if that didn't show you how loose his car is, I mean, he was on the brakes and I think trying to jump around on him. Jump up here, battle for position with Gary Wells and James Thorndike. The Illinois driver and the Indiana driver. Oh, crossover and almost some contact. So let's say Thorndike from Illinois, Gary from Indiana, I believe. They fight each other for the 7th position. As Finley going to put the pass here to the 31 of Scott Wise. So John's done a good job of saving tires here a little bit. Last time he was on pit road was a 3-second stop. Now I'm not sure if he took tires to stop beforehand. But either way, he's making his car work here on the long run so far. About to complete lap. Oh, I say that as he goes to the grass. There's the broadcaster's jinx for Mr. Finley. Colin Forrester continues to lead by 1.3 seconds. Over Davala, Duncan there in third, Keys fourth, Kelly in your top 5. This will be the one broadcast you're going to see throughout the weekend here on the Captain Esports Network. Hold on, Andrew. as we're going to take the rest of the Thanksgiving holiday weekend off and just relax. I'm going to take a couple days and kind of relax myself, come back Monday, because not only is it going to be the fun time here for, of course, myself work-wise, but, you know, want to get some sleep and kind of hang out. And don't get a chance to do that too often. I was going to do it tonight, but kind of not put two and two together. Knew I had a broadcast, but I didn't look down at my schedule before I said I was off. I was like, oh, wait, I do have a broadcast tonight. So happy to be here, of course, tonight with both the BPRL and Swift leagues. Let's go back here as Gann and Mraz racing each other. Justin trying to get a close-up of Haley Deegan there. Andrew Moore in that 77 car, quite a good racer, especially on long runs. He is somebody you'll probably have to watch later on in this race tonight, running now up to the 12th position. Andrew, of course, was involved in that wreck earlier, so he's kind of probably backing it down a little bit, letting this race come to him, as he knows he's got plenty of time left here. Here's our leader in the 9 car. Colin Forrester running the Noah Gregson paint. You see, what he's doing is actually straddling that seam, which is actually an ideal line around this track because you can get up there on that high side, and by straddling, you don't really have to worry about crossing over it at any point. As he goes by the damaged 8 car, that is I'll have to figure out who that is. Ah, it's Larry Poling. That's who that is. Here, let's go on board cockpit view here. Yeah, you see look how that right-hand turning is doing here. You got to put the egg under the throttle, the old metaphor they use. So if you pay close attention, one thing I'm noticing is how when he goes into the corner, every time he slides up near that seam, that is when he's got to kind of turn right a little bit because that back end's hitting it. I would say it's a good handling car, but I don't know if there's such thing as a good handling car right now in Atlanta. Battle for position. Corey Melton under attack here in that 14th position. Rick Sousa going to go by in that 26 car for the spot. Darren Clement there behind him. And now the question going to be, when do you want to pit? Do you pit for tires, pit for fuel? Obviously, you look at people like Scott Wise. He's working lap number 58 right now on his set of tires. Those things are probably screaming at him. You got others like Colin Forrester, who's on lap 40 of his stint. You got others like Anthony Keys and James Thorndike and those guys who have run 29 to 30 laps on their tires. And obviously Scott has had a couple cautions to work with here, so there he is in that 31 car right now. Larry Poling leaving pit road. Watching all the distinct lines around this track, and Scott's done a good job. I mean, he's taking care of the car. 60 laps in, has not pitted one time. Lap times at about 34.4 for him. So his fastest lap early in the race, a 31.9. So that's 2.5 seconds of lap time with the tire fall off for him. And the fastest laps out here on the track right now, I'm seeing 33.5s. There's 1.4 out there. Otherwise, close to 35 seconds. So these tires are gone. As Gann going to get to the inside of the 31 and take the position away. Meanwhile, Tyler Duvall up here in the middle of lap traffic, got the 57 of Jordan Berry. The 19th place car, Jesse Rathbun in 18th. He tries to get around them. Got to be a little patient. As Jesse's going to come to pit road there in the 98 car. Not sure if he made it 45 mile an hour in that pitch black Mountain Dew car. As you see Larry leaving the pits again. So tires and fuel, and you're going to see the difference. Scott Wise on pit road. So 63 laps on a tank of fuel and tires for the 31. Oh, he overshoots his pit stall a little bit. Got to back it up. And he pulls away 4 tires and fuel. Scott with a 14.5 stop. Good job. Now he's going to feel like Superman here for a couple laps. Jordan Berry on pit road now in the 57 car. Drift has been on pit road, it looks like. I mentioned Rathbun. So we'll see if this strategy brings anybody in here to the pits. And there goes Superman going by. Drift with fresh tires. 33's got 4 feel goods. Obviously, if you're these guys who just pitted, you want this race to stay green now through the cycle of pit stops here. And the best case scenario is you run this cycle out of pit stops, get the leaders to the pits, and then immediately afterwards get the caution. And if you get the caution, you're going to steal track position. Though you might be on a little bit older tires, you'll be able to stay on the lead lap, get to track position, get everybody on cycle at the same time. Here you're going to see the difference right here of how this track eats up tires. Scott's on brand new tires, and then Colin is not. And as you see, Scott's going to pass him like he's parked pretty much. All right, Andrew Moore is on pit road. 77, the Gulf Lubricants 77. And he pulls away, 15-second stop. Branch at Navy 22. Wow, that thing's taking a beating on the rear. Not sure what happened there. Spoiling everything with damage right now. And let's jump up here. Battle for the 4th spot as Anthony Keys trying to get around Curtis Kelly. We'll do that. And now coming up on his 4X teammate there and car owner as well. He got loose through the corner there, and you saw the 71 cross him back up. He's having trouble getting that throttle back down. As we have hit the 100 lap to go mark here at Atlanta. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight for this Interleague All-Star race. 2 cautions so far in the first 70 laps. We've been green now for about 40 laps or so in this run. And we've had the cycle pit stop start, but only cars that really have pitted on the first cycle of stops that happened in the first caution have come to pit road. Some haven't yet. Still waiting to see Forrester and Davala, those two, the leaders right now, come to pit road. Avery Wilson, Darren Clement, Gary Wells, amongst others. Corey Melton, amongst others. Those are the ones that have not pitted yet, that pitted under the first caution. Then your second caution had Casey Duncan, Curtis Kelly, Thorndike, Finley, Sousa, Mraz, and Wells, who have not come to pit road yet, and Jason Branch. So we've got multiple different strategies going on right now in this race. And we've also got a pass for third as Kelly's going to slide past that Clenergy, I believe that is. Number 11, Solar Clenergy. Gary Wells on pit road, 14.6 for him. Corey Melton on pit road, a 75 car. And 14.4 for him, so good stop there. Now for a lot of these guys, this becomes a one-stop race if it stays green all the way from here. There's your leader out here in the middle of nowhere, 5.9 seconds up on Tyler Davala. Forster's led the most laps so far. He's been in the top 2 most of the night. Has definitely shown his speed, and here comes the first of the leaders to pit road. You see Clement there in front, but Tyler Davala, also to 71 at Curtis Kelly. This will definitely bring the leaders to pit road. Also Gary Wells back on pit road in the 19. Not sure what happened there. And Wells is... Oh, no, he came back. Never mind. I thought he was taking his car behind the wall. And now the leader comes to pit road right behind him. He saw the other cars come to pit road, knew he had to make the move now. Here comes Keys sliding it in. That might be a speeding penalty. Good stop for the 9 car, 14.6 as he pulls away. And that hands the lead to Avery Wilson now, the 1 car. Avery, one of the final 4 drivers in the BPRL playoffs this season. John Finley coming to pit road. Thorndike also coming to pit road. Avery's going to come to pit road here, so about 60 laps on the tank of fuel here as they come to pit road. So that will cycle everybody back around and hand the lead. Oh, and then Andrew Moraz is in the wall. No cautions. He slams the wall hard. As he tries to get the thing up to speed, that thing is all beaten up. As we stay green. Andrew's having all kinds of issues. Not sure if something's broke on the car, but he is spinning everywhere, trying to control it. Going a four-wheel drift in the 4-car. And finally, that thing's going to spin around on him. Stays down on the apron. And now another car hits the wall. Look out. Right towards him he comes. That's the 98 there of Rathbun who's trying to save it. And Andrew's trying to get her going again. He's having all kinds of issues. Andrew's going to bring the 4 to pit road. Both cars did a good job of keeping it down on the apron, so there were no issues in the end. We got a battle for a second on our hands here. Curtis Kelly, the 71. Inside of that, number 2 of Tyler Davala. Curtis finally does make the pass on him here. As now the battle for 4th. Casey Duncan inside of Andrew Moore here. So in the different strategies with the different tire moves, and in this case you got the 4 cars on the same strategy up here in the top 4 fighting it out for position. Andrew more of a long run car, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Andrew work his way back forward here as these tires get up to temp. Here's Drift in the 14 car. As I mentioned earlier, the hometown Georgia driver running in the 7th spot right now. And no, that is not the Burger King car. It's Drift King for those who don't know. As he's going to let the 7 go on by of Anthony Keys, who had his speeding penalty on pit road there on that last stop, as you saw him coming in hot, I should say. So we about are crossing the halfway point, I believe, next time by here. 85 out of 170 laps in the books. It has been the Colin Forrester show here tonight. As we take a look at the race summary, 2 cautions for 7 laps, 23 cars started. Fastest lap ran by Kevin Dick in the 10 car. Justin Gann led for a little bit at the beginning, had a caution, some cycle through pit stops. Branch led a few laps, and ever since then it's been the Colin Forrester show at the front. And right on cue, he passes Jason Branch, putting a lap down. Make that 2 laps down, actually, in that 22 car. And look at this mess up ahead here. Thorndike, Clement, Avery Wilson is right here behind the leader. These guys, some of these guys trying to unlap themselves, some of them trying to stay on the lead lap. Corey Melton trying to catch Findlay here, about 3 tenths there back. So let's show you where everybody's running now as we hit the halfway point here. Going through the field, you see Colin Forrester, of course, as I just talked about a second ago. He has been the dominator in this race in that number 9 car. Much like Noah Gregson, the paint he's racing, doing pretty well on worn out pavement. And then all of 6 seconds back, there's Curtis Kelly. Had some drama early in the race, but has driven himself back up to the 2nd position. He has Tyler Duvall right there behind him. Again, these guys about 6.5 seconds or so back. As you see Tyler there in the 3rd position. And then another 6 seconds back is, Avery Wilson's in the wall. Trying to keep it up against the wall so there's no issues and no caution potentially as we stay green. And Avery gets it down to the apron, so we'll continue on as Casey Duncan there in turn 4. In the 11 car, 13 seconds back now. As the sun's starting to make an appearance out here in Atlanta, or Hampton. Here's Andrew Moore, 77 car, 17 seconds back right now from the lead. And I see smoke up ahead. Who's that trying to save it? It's not Avery. It's Jason Branch. That's who it is. Jason Branch at 22 has spun it to the apron. And the reason why you're not seeing any cautions is because he's keeping it. These guys are keeping it down on the apron or keeping it straight. A tough break for Jason Branch, who goes spinning over in 1 and 2. I think the racing gods do not want me doing a through the field type of segment here. There's Andrew, as I mentioned, 18 seconds back. 6th position. How about a comeback ride for Kevin Dick here in the 10 car? Was involved early in some scuffling and has got this 10 car up to the 6th position right now. He is 20 seconds back, and then we go 7 more seconds back to Justin Gann, the pole sitter in this race. He's about 6 tenths ahead of Drift right now. And what would become the battle for the 7th position right there. There's Drift. 9th place car, John Finley in the 29. Good comeback for him also. Seems like a lot of people have been involved in some incidents or things like that. But John running the 29 car in the 9th position right now in that Croydon Tire Company Toyota Supra. As he's going to work to the outside of Drift here potentially for the 8th position. Corey Melton in the Lowe's number 75, the old red apron paint scheme that Jimmy Johnson ran at Texas Motor Speedway back in, I want to say 2018. He is 30 seconds back in the 10th position. And of course, if you're 30 seconds back on a track that you run 32-second laps, guess who's right behind you at that point? That would be the leader. There's Colin Forrester right there behind him. Now, first car lap down is the 32 of Darren Clement, the K&N Camaro. As he's trying to keep himself in the lucky dog spot in case a yellow does come out. And 1.4 seconds behind him is Thorndike. There he is in the 59 car. He's actually got Avery Wilson, who's got a brand new car out on track. Going to go on by him. So there's Thorndike in the 12th position right now. And then it's about 5.3 seconds back to Jordan Berry, who's over in turn 3 and 4 right now, who is 1 lap down in the 13th position. Rick Souza, the 26 car, about 2.3 seconds back from Jordan in the 14th position right now. All these guys 1 lap down that we're talking about now, as we near lap 100. And then Jesse Rathbun, the Mountain Dew Toyota Supra, in that 98 car, running in the 15th position. He is also a lap down. Pretty cool looking paint, actually, I must say, and one of the rare ones where you actually have an old school MTV logo on the side of it. You see Scott Wise on fresher tires going by. Here's Anthony Keys, the Serve Pro Ford Mustang, in the 16th position right now. I'm sure his family's watching. If so, Mr. and Mrs. Keys, hello, up there in Canada. Anthony recently celebrating his 18th birthday. Of course, if he had to do, I assume he didn't have to do this, but I know when I had my 18th birthday, my dad sent me for a pack of cigarettes. Thanks, Dad. Love you. Andrew Perez running in the 17th position. He's had all kinds of issues in the Haley Deegan close-up special, I guess we'll call it. He's 2 laps down in the 17th position. They're right behind him. The car that just came off pit road and has pretty fresh tires. The 18th position, Scott Wise. 19th position, the gentleman who keeps on persevering, and I still voted the coolest paint scheme of the night. The Monster Energy Supra of Jeffrey Goodpaster, 19th position right now. These guys all 3 laps down. There's Avery Wilson, who has had his own issues tonight, in the 20th position, also 3 laps down. Jason Branch just had his spin a few minutes ago. Unfortunately, now 4 laps down for him in the Navy number 22. And the last car on the track right now, still out there digging, doing the best he can. He's in the number 8 tonight. Larry Poling, 22nd position. Unfortunately, 7 laps down to the field. So there you go. We made it through. All 22 cars on track. Let's take you to this battle here. This is the 9th position. The first car's a lap down. Is Clement going to turn her sideways? Look out, boys. Trying to get by the 75 to get that lucky dog spot in case the yellow handkerchief goes flying again. This pavement ended up going from 1997 until this past year, so what, 23 years without being repaved, which is impressive enough. Going to get the uplifting and stuff that's going to happen here next season. And Clement's going to try it again here as he gets loose again on that bottom. You see Forrester's lead out to 8.5 seconds if we continue to watch this fight going on. Jump back here because right behind him another battle is Drift. Loses a spot to Thorndike. And it looks like Drifts had a fight with the wall. As these guys just continue to fight it out. Again, as we're just past the 100 lap mark, want to remind you, if you're new to the stream, hit that subscribe button. If you're not new, we appreciate you joining us tonight. And make sure you tell your friends and family about the Captain Esports Network. We broadcast a lot of nights of the week. I want to say 7, but there's every once in a while where I do get a night off and so on and so forth. But of course, you can click that subscribe button. If you're watching this over on Twitch, you can hit the follow button there. As issues for Thorndike. And he's able to keep it going. Unfortunately, went off track, it looks like, a little bit. You can also watch us over on our Facebook page at the Captain Esports Network. Appreciate everybody watching tonight. And, of course, we've partnered now with the Celiac Disease Foundation as we start to bring awareness towards this disease for those who cannot eat gluten foods. You might notice that a lot of gluten-free menus are coming out. Actually, I want to send a special shout-out to the restaurant Ruby Tuesdays. Went there yesterday, me and my wife and daughter, who unfortunately has celiac, a 2-year-old. And the manager was nice enough at this particular Ruby Tuesdays to come out and actually show us a whole entire menu that they have. You can check out online. It serves gluten-free foods that they do and all the differences of how they cook and stuff. Really, really cool deal there. So shout out to them. But you can check out celiacdiseasefoundation.com and get all the information about that autoimmune disease. And if you would like to donate some money to them, that would be really cool too. As Darren Clement having some issues here. And Scott Wise with a lot of nose damage all of a sudden. And I see damage on the 32, so as the one classic rock song from the 80s said, one thing leads to another. I don't know if that was classic rock, but it was 80s. Oh yeah, look at there. Darren gets loose, spins it to the bottom, comes back up, and oh, hello, Scott Wise. So that's going to help Corey Melton now be the lucky dog car. As you see Anthony Keys pass Rick Souza. That is for the 12th position. As somebody's cutting the grass. Thorndike's cutting the grass. Juan Bill coming. Oh, and caution is out now. Trouble on the track. It is Clement in the 32. Oh, he's on his lid along with the Ada Poling. Third caution of the race. Wraps up nearly 70 lap run. And for a lot of these cars, going to be a little bit of a break, actually. As the leaders will all come to pit road now. As this race really gets interesting now because most of these cars have only used one set of tires. And you still got 3 more sets to go and you got 60 laps. Forster's easily going to win the race off pit road. So unfortunately, our top two right now in the race are not in Discord chat. So what I'm going to do is pull up the third place running car of Tyler Duvall here, the 2 car. Let's talk to him for a second. Tyler, you got a copy, buddy?
Sir.
All right, Tyler, let's talk about the racing out there. Had a long, almost 80 to 90 lap run there under the green flag, and obviously one pit stop there, but the cars are all types of slideways out there. What has been the hardest thing for you to battle out there, and do you feel like you can compete with that 9 for the win?
Yeah, it's so loose on a long run. Just there's nothing you can do other than try and hold on to it. And Colin's fast, but on a longer run, if we get a long run here, I think we can get him. We've always been good on long run. We just we've got to stay consistent. Can't burn the tires up here. And if it runs green and I can stay with him, I think we'll have a good shot at him.
Now, I see you just came down pit road here with, 57 laps to go. Looks like it's going to be tight on fuel, but I would assume you guys can make it from here, or is it a lot tighter than I'm thinking?
I think it's pretty tight. So I came in just to top off there. So I think we're right on our window, but I don't want to drive it too hard on the start here and have to, like, really aggressively save late. So, better safe than sorry there.
There you go, man. Well, you're doing a great job so far. I know it's been a fight. I've seen everybody spinning out almost and getting loose and stuff at times. So take care of your car tonight. And, hey, you got 57 more laps, and who knows, maybe you can sneak a victory out.
Yeah, let's hope so. Hopefully I'm talking to you later.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Tyler Duvall there in the third position. Actually, yeah, he's still third, actually, after all that transpired. So we'll get him down to the BPRL channel. As I think we're going to see a lot of wave around cars. And Casey Duncan has come to pit road, topped off the fuel, so is Drift. He had a few others. So Kevin Dick, Andrew Moore, looks like Jordan Berry, Corey Melton, Justin Gann, all taking a wave around here and coming back to the lead lap. So that'll give us, it looks like 10 cars on the lead lap as we'll come to the green flag here. Forrester's taking the high line. All right, as we come off turn 4. Thanksgiving weekend, of course. Rivalry weekend for college football. I know a lot of games already happening here the last 2 days. If your favorite team hasn't played yet, we'll do a shout-out to those guys as we get ready to go green. And we turn it up on the Captain Esports Network. Blast those speakers. So you see Forrester leading Kelly right now by 0.2 of a second as they complete lap 119, just shy of 50 laps to go here at the Virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway as you're watching the Captain Esports Network. Appreciate it by joining us this evening, including Mr. Clark. Hello, sir. You're always an all-star in my books. Cool thing about our cameras that you can get at trackcams22.com. Part of TrackCams 4 Gourmet is the awesome factor of, well, the cameras known as drones that fly around the track. Haven't had a chance to show those off too much here tonight. He, of course, can fly around the track and see all the great battles out here, like the 3-car battle right now. Make that 4-car battle up here for the lead as they continue to fight it out there. Of course, this race was a pretty good reset for a lot of cars, giving them a chance to get up here and compete for the lead. Forster's been the dominant car. Of course, this race got all spread out for a little while. Nearly a 100-lap green flag run, but everybody doing a fairly good job for the most part. Biggest movers throughout the race tonight. Curtis Kelly up 17 spots to the second position after starting 19th. Of course, John Finley is up to the 6th spot after starting 20th. Andrew Moore up to 7th after starting 13th tonight. Those are your big movers in the race this evening. Of course, there's Curtis right there in the 71 trying to put pressure on that 9. And pit stop for Justin Gann. Not sure what happened here, but the 30 getting some damage fixed and getting tires. So unscheduled stop here for the lead runner of the Swift team. He pulls away, definitely had some damage on the car. Not sure what transpired there. Finley putting some pressure on that 10 car of Kevin Dick up ahead in the 5th position. Kevin, a good comeback race for him after being involved in some scuffles early in the race. One of the coolest names I think I have as a subscriber now on YouTube. It's not a Tuma. Oh, you got to throw the Arnold voice in there if you're going to say that name. Say. And Corey Melton on pit road now. So the 11th place car coming to pit road. Not sure with the 75 if this is a scheduled pit stop for him. But he gets tires and fuel, and you see a little bit of damage on that 75 as he pulls away. So we'll have to see what this is all about. If it's maybe a tire strategy of those that maybe got the wave around or something potentially. Casey Duncan under attack. Jordan Berry going to go by in the 57 car. Jordan just pitted about 3 laps ago on himself, so he's got fresh tires. So I think that's exactly what is taking place, is the cars that are that took the waiver out might have came in and got tires here. So that's why you're seeing them fall a lap down. They didn't want to fall too far back and be out of contention, so they feel like right here, take tires and potentially get them back into the running for this race if they can get back on the lead lap somehow. And going to blow by Rick Souza and then the modified to Scott Wise. Of course, Justin right now probably pretty disappointed after winning the pole for this race. And after tonight's race, going to take the weekend off. Next time you'll see us on the air Monday night for the TI Truck Series. We'll get that race in at 7:45 Eastern Time. And then Tuesday night, we'll have the recruiting race for the LSRL Xfinity Series. That'll be from Nashville Super Speedway. Wednesday night, we're back with GLSR. After their Turkey Trot race, that was Wednesday night. Pretty fun one there. We'll be back at the, wait for it, Road America, road race. Coming up Wednesday night there. Thursday night next week. The F1 series from LSRL. We'll broadcast that one from the virtual circuit of the Americas. And then be off again until Saturday, the finale for the VOR IndyCar Series from the virtual Chicagoland Speedway. So a lot of racing coming up as we get back into next week. As Anthony Keys putting pressure back here on the 2. It's not for position, but Anthony trying to work his way up to maybe get his lap back and get himself back on the lead lap. As for the 5th position, Kevin Dick to the outside, John Finley. At Custom Paints and Diecast number 10. Taking that spot away. So Forster's out to a 1.1 second lead over Curtis Kelly, as I mentioned. Tyler Duvall is still about 9/10 back. And I guess a legit question is fuel. Right now, we're at 35 laps to go next time by. We're about 20 laps into this stint. Of course, you do the math from there, it's 55. You would think they're okay on fuel, but as we know in racing, you never know until the checkered flag waves. Scott Wise catching the wall here as we try to catch all the battles we can. As Souza maybe trying to get to the inside of Wise, but maybe got out of the gas there. Just be careful in that iRacing Warriors Motorsports car. There's your leader, the 9 car. As I said earlier, looking a little bit like Noah Gragson out there running. You go back to that Homestead race, of course, last season where Noah pretty much led the whole entire race, and then, well, some things happened, but I'm not trying to jinx that on Colin. But as you know, in this kind of racing, anything can happen. just kind of pedaling it through the corner. Last time by, you see Colin already almost 2 seconds off the pace from his fastest lap out here. That's what makes Atlanta so much fun. And Thorndike coming to pit road. So James Thorndike, 11th place car, lap down on to pit road. Four tires and fuel for him, as there's the Supra of the Curtis Kelly Mobile, the 71 car, as Kevin Dick now comes to pit road. So maybe they can't make it on fuel. I mean, you heard, if you were listening to the interview with Tyler, he said that he felt he was right on the numbers. So he's able to roll the throttle as much as you can through these corners. It is possible. You know, we watched Kevin Harvick for a few years here dominate this race, and he was letting off the gas at the start-finish line. I think the 71 just got way loose off the corner there. And great job to hold on to her. Casey Duncan trying to get up to the back bumper of Davala there. That'll be for the third spot if he can do so. Now, normally, we have more than 2 leagues in the race here. Tonight, unfortunately, only 2 making the appearance in this series to run the interleague races. This is something that's done about 2 times a year. But the one thing is for sure, and it looks like tonight it might be in jeopardy, the BPRL guys are undefeated and have never lost one of these interleague races. However, we got Forrester and Kelly up here in the front right now. Unless something has changed or not, BPRL guys. So the streak might be about to come to an end here in a couple of laps, as Sousa makes the left-hand turn to pit road. Yes, here comes the fresh tires of Kevin Dick to the outside. He just blows by Anthony Keys there, who's the was the first car lap down. Now it's Kevin. Did you see the difference between fresh tires and non-fresh tires? Ahead, Jason Branch, who pitted 2 laps ago, going to lap himself. Unfortunately, there's some 4 laps down now in this race for the military veteran who served in the Navy. Appreciate what he has done for this country. Appreciate what everybody's done for this country military-wise, no matter where you've served. As Andrew Moore comes to pit road from the 5th position here. I'm really starting to get nervous about this pit strategy. And 2 tires? No, it's 4 from Andrew. Okay, I thought I only saw 2. As Jesse Rathbun comes to pit road. And you see how quick Kevin came up there and lapped himself. So now back on the lead lap. He is about 2.5 seconds faster. No, make that 1.5 seconds faster. 20 laps, 1.54 mile track. You're gonna need a lot more time to catch the 9. I was wondering, like, can you pull it off? Maybe catch him on tires, but I don't think you will, because the tires will eventually plateau and be running about the same speed. But again, the $1 million question is, how's Collins' fuel? There's the 71, Curtis Kelly, trying to run that bottom line. Trying to do something different to maybe catch that 9, but unfortunately has not been able to. As fresh tires of Andrew Moore go past drift 4 position. And I do want to thank everyone for being a part of the broadcast tonight on this Friday evening. Shout out to the leagues for allowing me to be a part of the broadcast again this season. Shout out to BPRL and, of course, Swift for allowing me to be a part of the fun. Again, if you're, I might smoke them coming to pit road. But if you're looking for these leagues and want to be a part of them potentially, Friday and Sunday nights, of course, the BPRL guys race, truck series on Friday nights, and their Clash series on Sundays, which will be I believe the Next Gen Cup car this season. And on the Swift side of things, they run Monday through Thursday. Of course, Monday ARCA Series, Tuesday Trucks, Wednesday Xfinity, Thursday Cup. And, of course, you can talk to Justin Gann or Gary Wells to get information on that series. So, 2 fantastic series that have the captain's approval. They're both great to race in, good people all around. I've raced in them both. I've had nothing but positive experiences, even though both series have felt my wrath too of me just taking things too seriously. But, you know, that's why I haven't really league raced in a while, is because I wanted to take a break and kind of retrain my brain to know, look, yeah, racing can be a stressful thing, but you know what? We're here having fun. And that's why I'm getting ready to probably do some league racing myself in the near future, along with broadcasting. So it should be fun. So 15 laps to go next time by for the leader, Forrester, who's got 2.9 seconds right now over Curtis Kelly. .5 seconds back to Tyler Duvall, Casey Duncan, 11 back. slider there. Gann going past his, well, they are teammates, actually, believe it or not. Justin Gann, I was talking about it before the race, actually kind of, pardon me for a second, benefits from this race because he runs in both series. So he technically is going to be on the winning side no matter what. But he is representing the series he does run, which is Swift, as he passes his 4X teammate there, Casey Duncan. But Justin in 9th position right now, probably going to be disappointed with this outcome from a driver's standpoint. Here's Tyler, 3.7 back from Curtis, but 6.8 back. And again, you wonder, he's running at regular speed here, so how much he's driving that car out there. Even driving it down the quad oval, which is interesting as you see the 59 at Thorndike go by. James in the 13th position. Yeah, it looks like we could actually have a battle for position here as Gann approaches his teammate up there in that green and black and orange Surf Pro car. It's going to be for the 8th position here. As Gann's about 0.2 faster that time by. I say that as Gann about wrecks it over off turn 2. And that calms that battle down for just a minute. Now Kevin Dick has got the lead down to 20 seconds. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, is now less than a second faster. So that's where I talk about the tires starting to plateau a little bit as Kevin gets closer and closer to Colin on time. So he's going to run out of time. He could get to the 4th position, I think, with Casey Duncan up ahead, which is a hell of a comeback for that 10 car. Andrew Mraz also getting back on track, 26 laps down after having some issues in that 4 car. And there comes right there the pass for position. There's the 10 passing Casey Duncan. So move Kevin up to the 4th position here. So Colin about 4.4 seconds ahead of Curtis Kelly. Of course, the one thing these guys are going to need now is, you know, to happen. I don't like to try to say it, but it's the obvious. As Casey Duncan comes to pit road. So KC is on pit road now with 5 laps to go, short on fuel. Oh boy, I'm starting to kind of get a little tense here, wondering, can this happen? Will he actually, will these guys have to pit again? Let's listen to Forster run around here as he sits here behind this 33 car, saving some fuel behind Goodpaster right now. Oh, yeah, he's getting out early, trying to save. He's got 4.5 seconds. Why not back up to the second place car? About running as normal as you can right now. As he will come to 2 laps to go. And a little over 3 miles left in this race. See the 33 turning her all kinds of sideways behind the leader. Curtis Kelly, Tyler Davala, Kevin Dick, Andrew Moore now your top 5. As off of turn 4, white flag away. Final lap here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, virtually on iRacing. And a caution comes out right before the white flag. Oh my gosh. James Thorndike is spun over in turn 1, and the leader did not take the white. As the camera turned, I saw the yellow lights flash. Oh, how close was this? Hello, green-white checkers. We'll see the replay of the wreck here, and we'll see the caution lights and stuff. Holy cow. I have a feeling I'm going to get blamed for this. As he's easily going to win the race off pit road. All right, so let's go see what happened to Thorndike that brought the caution out. Right as the white flag was waving, of all things. Looks like Thorndike may have issues getting... This all started over in turn 4. Actually, it started in turn 3. Oh, you know what? That right rear hit that seam. You wonder if that maybe turned him a little bit? Hey, I was just speaking the truth, my man. You know how this racing goes. Does a good job saving it. Gets it back on the track. Keeps it going. Oh, and then it comes back around on him. He goes and hits the inside wall and spins it back on the... Oh, no. Now, the million-dollar question here. Let's back it up. Where is the leader at this moment? We're going to go on board with him. Let's see how close this is. Obviously, light's still green. If you look up in the fence, you'll see light there, still nothing. There's the smoke from Thorndike. Light there, still green. Let's stop here and let's slow it down. There's the white flag waving. Caution lights right there. Bam! Wow. I mean, he was at the Virtual Atlanta. There's the caution light. That close. So obviously everybody on the lead lap pitted. Believe that Andrew Moore took the wave around. And you got a lot of cars about to take a wave around to get back on the close to the lead lap, if not. Well, to be honest, I have not seen really anybody tonight that can run with this 9 car, but 2 laps is a lot different than 32 laps. It takes one mistake on a track like this where mistakes are pretty common to ruin a race. Off turn 4, green, white checker. Forster on the pedal. You see Kelly kind of spin the tires a little bit. That helped him. Got to be careful of lane changes. I'm not sure if that rule's in this race or not. Oh, DeFall is going spinning. Inside wall he goes. If he keeps it down, we'll stay green. And he keeps it down. Here comes Kelly. Final lap as Kelly leads that lap. He's trying to slide. He's going to clear him for the lead. Kevin Dick trying to get second. Unbelievable. A caution going to turn the tide and change the win from Forster to Curtis Kelly. Steals the race in Atlanta. You got to be heartbroken for Forster. He is literally, what, 50 feet from the win? Wait a minute, penalty for Kelly, I'm being told. Is this true here, what I'm seeing? Oh, that could be interesting. If so, I know why. He's not doing donuts yet, so we're sitting here waiting. Let's go back to this restart. Right here, the lane change. I made that comment at the start there, at the restart. If that's the case, then Forster ends up winning this thing. I'm still waiting I haven't heard anything from Lauren yet, so, and unfortunately I'm not going to hear Lauren's voice because my stuff's all muted outside of. Lauren, if you're listening, like, Discord me or something. But I know in normal BPRL rules, which I believe is what they're going by tonight, you are not allowed to switch lanes until the start-finish line, which I believe is the same in Swift. And he's up there in the high line. It's close. The 71's driving back to his pit stall here, so I'm going to mute myself here for a second and mute the other chat so that we can't hear, because Lauren doesn't like their voice heard. Oh, by the way, in all seriousness. So I'm going to mute myself real quickly and mute the race chat here, so you're not going to hear a word. I'm going to talk to Lauren for a second. I'll be right back. All right, so just talking to Lauren, who is the admin for the race, and it is exactly like I explained. So Colin Forrester has been declared the winner of the race after Kelly did start and cross over lanes before the start-finish line. On the restart, he has been penalized. There's my English for you. Penalized. And Kelly, unfortunately, not going to win this race, but instead, Colin Forrester... Man, you know, talk about helter-skelter over the last 5 minutes. Good grief. All right, so Curtis is aware of it, and he's looked at it and stuff, so we'll see if he'll want to talk to us. I'm sure he's going to be disappointed. Right now they're down in the motor pool chatting, so I'm going to leave them alone here for a second. The one clear finish that I can go talk to, if he's even here, is Kevin, but I don't see Kevin either in Discord, so we're just going to sit here for a second and... Wow. Let's go back one more time here. Let's watch this replay. So basically, that the rule is if you have a line specifically that iRacing tells you to start in, you have to start in that line. So as they come to the green flag here, we'll speed it up a little bit here. Obviously, yes, there is a quad oval here, and that makes it kind of tricky. However, if you use the two lines that are in the middle of the track, the two seams, here we go, talking about seams again, you'll see the difference here. And obviously, Kelly goes straight to the top lane. And unfortunately that's the penalty. So, unfortunately, man, that stinks for Curtis. Well, what a finish it was. And here we go again. One of these crazy finishes in Atlanta. Go figure, right? Oh, man. I knew another guy named Curtis that once sang a song about brakes. For those who probably weren't even born for that song. I'm just waiting to kind of see if when Scott finishes up with those guys, so I'll talk to him and go from there. But Curtis, I see the heart up there, man. That's yeah, if that's what I think that means, man, it's classy of you to understand the penalty and stuff like that, man. I know that is one that a lot of people would take sour, unfortunately, and I'm sure there's some disappointment in you. And we'll, like I said, give me a minute here. We'll talk. I'm just waiting to see. Let's actually go to the final results for the race. Of course, it's going to show how they finished the start-finish line with Curtis winning this race, but the win does go to Colin Forrester. If I had to guess this right, that means that Kevin Dick will actually finish second. Andrew Moore will be third. And if it all goes to the way the rules are, I believe he's going to finish last car in the lead lap. So Andrew Moore finishes third, Finley fourth, Gann fifth, Jordan Berry will be sixth, Corey Melton seventh, Davala eighth, Drift ninth, and then right there in 10th will likely be Curtis. And then the rest of this will be in order. Casey Duncan, Scott Wise, Anthony Keys, Goodpaster finishes 14th. Souza 15th. Bless you, by the way, AJ. Jason Branch 16th. Thorndike, Rathbun, and Wilson finishing 20th, actually, behind Andrew Mraz, out of order for some reason. Clement, Pauling, Wells, and then the rest of the guys did not run the race out of the 23 cars that started in the running of this race. So let's, all right, they're done in the motor pool, it looks like, so I can finally go talk to these guys, it looks like. And they're down there discussing things right now. So let's actually get, Andrew's not even in chat either, so I can't talk to Andrew. Where's everybody at? Anyways. As a matter of fact, Kevin's not even here. I guess it's just whoever I could find to talk to when it's all over with. So let's, I'll talk to the two guys involved in the finish. So let's get, let's talk to Curtis here real quickly as he hangs out down here in this RRO channel. I'm not sure what the hell that stands for, but let's bring him up here. Colin actually is who came up here. Apparently I didn't click on the right guy. But Colin, congratulations. Helter-skelter 5-minute period there for you, unfortunately. That went from you coming the word of Atlanta on the track away from getting this win to the caution coming out to losing the lead to getting the lead back due to a penalty and being declared the winner of this race.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird situation we had going on there, but man, that caution that came out, God, it just, I lost all confidence. Well, I didn't really lose confidence, but I knew I wasn't a very good short run car, and it just like I shouldn't have gave up the bottom, but it was fair play to Curtis. We were using the same setup. He just had a little more dialed in on the short run than me, and it let him win kind of in the end, but obviously him moving up cost him the win. So I'm happy, but I'm not happy at the same time because I feel like I didn't win the race, even though I technically did. But yeah, it's just a weird situation.
It is, and I guess unfortunately I don't know the two names, so I'm assuming you guys run over at Swift, or am I wrong?
RRO.
RRO. Never mind. So I apologize.
Yes,
there
sir.
was another league here because I wasn't sure. I saw everybody in two channels, and I'm like, all right,
Yes,
so I
sir.
guess it's only Swift and it's only BPRL. Well, congratulations, because RRO did something that no one has been able to do, and that's beat BPRL in these interleague races.
Well, that's good for me. I guess that's good for all of us at our RRO. Happy to get the first win for us. First win for anybody besides BPRL, and just super happy to get it.
Now, obviously, in fairness, knowing now that you guys were in here, talk a little bit about RRO, because I talked a little bit about BPRL, talked a little bit about Swift, so I want to make it fair. You guys talk about RRO, what you guys are and what you guys do, and all that stuff.
It's just a league. It has a few different series. It has dirt. I believe it's the 360. Or it might be the big blocks. I'm not sure. I don't run dirt a lot. But they also have a super late models that just ended actually. They also have a Gen 7, but I believe they're switching to something else because the Gen 7 cars are kind of weird. But
Fair enough.
they do it by iRacing points, and it's a good fun league. Just shout out to them for letting me join and let me represent their team, and shout out to Curtis for helping me all race too. There was just me and Curtis this race. A few of the guys couldn't make it, but just like I said, thank you to Curtis for helping me with the setup. And technically he won, but technically I won. It's like I said, weird situation, but how about we both won? We both won.
A team
so
win.
We both won for our
A team win. There you go. Well, then,
Yes,
no,
sir.
fair enough, man. Great job tonight, my man. You definitely made. You did your best Noah Gregson impersonation, I guess, at the end. But either way, you made Noah proud, I guess, with that paint scheme going to victory lane. I mean, I think of Homestead when he absolutely blew the field away on an old surface and lost. But you did come out with the win. Team comes out with the win. RO wins this race, and shout out to whoever you like to, man.
Just like I said, shout out to Curtis. He was helping me the whole race. Just shout out to you for doing the broadcast. I look forward to watching it right after we get done here. Shout out to Scott, especially. I enjoy each of these races he's put on. This is my second one I've ran in. I look forward to him every time. I knew this track was going to be fun, and I definitely enjoy the B cars. I don't run them too often, but I enjoy them. And shout out to everyone in the league. Lauren for race controlling. I know she doesn't have to do this, but thank her for race controlling. And that's all I have, sir.
Hey, somebody's got to keep Scott and others under control. So if she's got it.
Yes, sir.
Nah, great job tonight, man. Colin, congratulations on the
All right,
win.
thank you.
Good to verbally meet you, and good luck in your future, bud.
All right, thank you very much,
too,
sir.
Absolutely. Colin Forrester, the winner tonight in the league and representing RO. So shout out to those guys for showing up tonight. So that's another league, unfortunately, I missed, but they're here tonight, and shout out to them. So, all right, let's get Curtis up here, who this is going to be a tough interview. I hate these kind of interviews, but I want to talk to Curtis because lo and behold, I didn't realize you were from RO, and we just talked, obviously, with Colin, and yeah, it's a tough situation, obviously, to be in, but you did cross the line first. Penalty, unfortunately, moves you back to 10th. I can probably tell you're a little heartbroken from that one.
Oh, nah. Honestly, if anything, it felt like heartbreak when that yellow came out with Colin. I think he was like
Right.
2 car lengths from the line. It felt... I had joked 5 laps before that. Man, imagine if that happens. And as soon as it happens, he starts being like, come on, man. Come on. This isn't real.
What'd you do this for? No, he was. You'll see on the replay that he is literally at the Atlanta word when the caution comes out, and it's like you can't be any closer. But
I thought the flag was out at that point. I was so confused.
oh, I called it. I'm like, white flag, no cautions out. But either way, man, you did a great job. Obviously, you ran consistent. You were involved in an early accident, got the car fixed, and drove your way back up through the field in that long run.
Oh, yeah, the car was great tonight. We had good setup under us. We figured out through practice, made a little bit of adjustments. Colin was great for that. He's good at fine-tuning. I really messed up my quality run, so I was back in the meat of it all, back in the pack. But after everything kind of settled down and the field got going, we were able to put in our long runs, and that's where the car really shined. And honestly, I'm just happy to be here, happy to run. It was a great event, a lot of fun. And that last restart, I spun the tires. I got in the racing mode, and it's like, damn it, I already lost how many tenths there? Got to get going. Didn't even think of the line, and it's so far out from where we started there that I swear some tracks we would have been by it, but here it's not the case, and that's on me. No big deal. I'm glad Colin got it. He really deserved it tonight.
You know, and that takes you know, with us being so competitive on this simulator and stuff, and even in real life racing, I mean, it takes somebody, a class individual, to own up on something like that. So kudos to you on that one. But I do got to ask, I did notice in the long runs you were down on that bottom line. How much did that help you on that restart?
I have pretty good confidence down there in this car. It was definitely a little squirrely even on the restarts, but running down there and just understanding what it felt underneath that seam that a lot of people were kind of running just above, you could really not slide job it through people, but just carry that momentum and maybe not have the best exit, but it got you through the traffic the way you needed to. And I think we were running just more tape than some people out there, so we were really able to capitalize on that top end that we had. But that bottom, Colin, I watched the replay. I think 3 and 4 going into the final lap, he kind of had it step on him and was maybe a half lane higher than he wanted to be. And that's really what cost him.
Well, it worked out for you, man. One man's trash, another man's treasure, as they say. But the unfortunate circumstances still, man, great job. You guys take the victory, RO tonight. First win against BPRL in any all-star race that anyone's been able to do. So there's something that you guys have accomplished together. So congratulations to you both. And, you know, your chance to send some shout-outs to whoever you like to, bud.
Yep, really appreciate BPRL for organizing these interleague events for everyone. Scott and Lauren, like, they do a great job of managing stuff like this. Like, even the last call there, like, nobody wants to make those calls, but it's completely fair, and they're really good at handling that stuff. So huge props to them. And shout out to Home League, Real Racing Online, RO. managed by Kevin Dahlia, Cody Kinsey, and Michael Woolley. They put on a good show over there. We're starting up some, doing the Gen 6s, I think, next season, and a truck league, maybe, I think is what's coming.
Nice.
And they do dirt on Sunday nights, so if you're ever interested, look them up on Facebook, all that.
Yeah, well said, man, because I know, as I was telling Colin, I didn't even know you guys were a part of that league because I saw everybody hanging out in 2 channels, and I'm like, all right, so there must be only 2 leagues here tonight. So I gave shout-outs to those guys, and you deserve your shout-out. So great job.
Oh, don't worry about it. We weren't sure who was going to show up from our group, and it was just us in the end, so we just sat in our humble little Discord and had a fun racing from the back to the front.
I'm an equal opportunity promoter, so great job tonight, man. And
you're at the end when it matters.
Hey, absolutely, brother. Well, hey, you take the trophy home, so go enjoy it. You guys do, and best of luck to you guys in the future, obviously.
Thanks again for the great show. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too. That there is a driver that a lot of people. If you're watching the stream tonight, and I'm one to speak of this because I'm the same kind of way, we need to take lessons from that young man right there. I mean, to be able to walk away from a race that. Due to just a lapse of judgment, as he said. He had that race won with that move and unfortunately lost. That's for him to handle it like that. Kudos to him. That is cool. So what do you know? I am like the last and only one in the Discord channel right now. Literally, no one is in here. Oh, buddy. All by myself. I could do some things in this. I think I actually have admin rights. I could destroy this chat if I wanted to right now. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to sign off. So, anyways, appreciate everybody joining us on this Friday evening. Hopefully everybody has a great Thanksgiving weekend and enjoy the rest of the time, of course, shopping and stuff. And, tomorrow, one thing I did do, I did 10 years of radio, and I was always a big fan of local shopping. And tomorrow, as they always say, a small business Saturday. So make sure you get out there and get some shopping done at your local businesses in the area. So appreciate all that. But great job tonight, guys. Great race this evening. Shout out to Scott and Lauren, of course, for allowing me to be a part of this. RRO, Swift, and others. If there was another league here tonight, I'm sorry I missed you. I didn't. I just went off Discord, basically, to see who was here. So otherwise, I'm off. I will see you guys on Monday for the TI race from the... Of course, I done forgot again. Is it Nashville? Nope, Talladega, Nashville. Somewhere. I don't even remember where they are now. But anyways, next race coming up on Monday night for the TI Truck Series. Should be a pretty fun one. So, anyways, enjoy the rest of your Friday. And always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!